The mainstream media, or as I call them, the lying liars from Liarville. Are they actually fake news, or are they faking being fake news? How can you know what's fake news anymore? Find out tonight on America the Podcast. Hit it. It's good to be back. Hello, America. It's America the Podcast. I told him the reporter doesn't have anything. He thinks he has the emails, but he doesn't. So just don't do anything stupid like tweet them out. What does he do? He tweets them out anyways. So I send him on to Sean Hannity to deny. What does he do? He doubles down. I don't know what to do anymore, Timothy. I mean, they pay me a lot of money, but I am running out of ideas. I'm gonna turn out like Kellyanne eventually, just in my own warped mind. I need a vacation. Peter Thiel has actually offered to take me on one of his San Diego Zoo panda hunting excursions. Wait, whoa, hold on, what? You can't hunt pandas. What about the San Diego Zoo? Oh yes, it's caged hunting. It's all the new craze amongst billionaires. You can sit back, drink your whiskey, and bam! Get yourself a panda. Okay, you know what? We're rolling, so why don't you just do the show? Oh, we're rolling. Well, why don't you say anything? Hello, America! It's me, the Bastard, and welcome to episode 2 of America the Podcast with me, the Bastard. America the Podcast is a show where I first berate you with the best lecture you will ever hear, and then a panel of experts and regular Americans will discuss the subject of the lecture that scholars in the future will call universe-altering. If for some reason you hate freedom and didn't listen to our first episode, which was actually about freedom, and therefore still do not know who I am, please allow my voice to penetrate your ears and fill your brain with my important words. You may consider me America's lobbyist and the embodiment of the greatest and best and bigliest political party ever conceived by men, the Grand Old Party. While I am not a registered member of the GOP, I routinely advise on and do their dirty work. For instance, having Ivanka Trump sit in for the president at the G20 summit, my idea. Convincing poor people that they don't actually want health care, my idea. Getting everyone to believe that Barack Obama was secretly a Muslim Manchurian candidate from Africa. My idea, which was, however, beautifully executed by our amazing, strong, big boy man president, back when he was just a regular Joe like you and I. With me today is my producer and engineer, Tim, who last week propagated fake news by saying I lived in a shack in his backyard. Say hi, Tim. Hi. That's all? Speak up, son! I thought we talked about this. Talk about how you rescued a group of kidnapping victims a few weeks ago.
Yeah, people that you kidnapped.
Now that's a lie. Fake news. Besides, you lied about me living in a shack. You know damn well I own a house in all 50 states.
I only said that because I know you don't like looking poor, and I was pissed that you kidnapped my friends, my girlfriend, and then almost broke my wrist when you tried to kidnap me.
Oh, pshaw. First of all, the sports writer agreed to come back to do this week's panel.
First of all, Michael from the Brews and the Boys podcast already agreed to do it, and he's obligated to at this point. And second of all,
I'm doing the first and second of alls. Second of all, you know damn well I did this on behalf of President Trump, America, and the Wafflebutt Media Podcast Network. Speaking of, Wafflebutt Media is a podcast network unlike any other, and by that I mean it's the only one with that name, right?
yeah.
Aside from our show, i.e. the best show, you can hear shows such as Brews and the Boys, a podcast focused on America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. The show is hosted by sports journalist, Cowboys guru, and man, yes, I recently kidnapped, Michael Sizemore. If sports radio isn't your thing because you're some sissy hippie musician, might I suggest the Schwegcast, a show about songwriting and the music business that recently I invaded before Wafflebutt Media gave me my own show. Speaking of my show, you can now listen to your favorite show, America the Podcast with me, the Bastard, on Wafflebutt Media and all major podcast directories such as iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. And every 2 weeks. Someday we'll do it every week, if you're lucky. I will also periodically be releasing videos on pressing political issues that come up, so stay tuned for those on bastardvideos.americathepodcast.com. As you heard at the top of the show, we will be discussing the MSM, the mainstream media, or as we all have collectively come to know it, the fake news. Now, not all media sources are fake news. The only ones that are fake are the ones that President Donald Trump does not agree with. I think we can all agree to that.
That's bullshit.
Not bullshit. Pure Republican science, actually. And we Republicans are known for our love and appreciation of science. As, long as it... as long as it suits our interest and that of our donors.
Yeah, I don't have an argument for that.
Oh, I do love a good bastard laugh. Anywho, it's very easy to spot what we Republicans call fake news. Generally, if you don't agree with it and it makes you feel any form of uncomfortable in your spiritual or political beliefs, it's probably fake news. If President Trump doesn't agree with it, you can be assured it's fake news. For example, NPR, MSNBC, CNN, and the others like them like to promote ridiculous things such as climate change being real, the major possibility that the president and others colluded with the Russians to win the election, the fact that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, don't know where they got those numbers, and the fact that the president's inauguration crowd was not the largest in history, which it was. Everything Anderson Cooper and the like tell you is false, and here's how you can tell. Climate change. The president is the biggest smart man in the world's smart history. He is a man who has made lots of money, and if I know anything, money makes you smart. The president already told us years ago that the Chinese invented global warming as a hoax. He's already gone as far to erase all the US climate change data and is slowly dismantling the EPA. He knows what he's doing, people. He knows what he's doing. He told us. A lot. Collusion with the Russians. That is an obvious fallacy. Is it phallus or fallacy, Tim?
I think you should go with phallus. It's for sure phallus.
Got it. This is an obvious phallus. The president has already said that he didn't collude with the Russians and even asked President Vladimir Putin 2 times if he hacked the presidential election. And Vladimir Putin responded, and I quote, "No." He asked him a second time, and he said, "Niet." Donald Trump Jr., the newly crowned dumbest child in the Trump family, went as far as to release what some call quote-unquote proof of Russian collusion, but most actually just call an email chain between Trump Jr. and a Russian who promised damaging info on Hillary Clinton that was forwarded to also Jared Kushner and Paul Manafort. Nothing strange there, according to the president. Especially with the fact that Donald Trump Jr. actually lied about the number of people in the meeting being 3, when in fact there were 8, one of them being a Russian spy. And to prove it was nothing burger, Trump Jr. went on to Sean Hannity's show on Fox News to double down on the fact that he did meet with the Russians, but didn't receive any of the promised opposition info. It's like if you broke into a house, but they didn't have the TV you want, so you didn't steal anything, and then you left through the same window that you broke to get in. No harm, no foul. Just move on and stop crying like a bunch of snowflakes.
That's not how that works.
Quiet! You don't know anything.
I know something.
And as for Hillary Clinton gaining more votes than Donald Trump, does CNN not know that Hillary personally bussed in billions of people from Mexico and then used trans-dimensional occult magic powered by baby's blood to resurrect former Democrats who were still on the voting roster? I don't know how people don't know this. Why is this not common knowledge?
What the hell are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? How else do you explain all the dead people that voted for Hillary Clinton?
They didn't.
But enough about the fake news. Let's talk about the real news. The no-nonsense news, the Fox News, the Breitbart, and the Infowars.com. They're the no-nonsense news. They will report on the things you didn't know you needed to know about. Examples of their true heroic reporting include things like Fox News spending countless hours on the air discussing why Jesus and Santa definitely are white, claiming that the Muppets are dirty communists, and calling children's educator and PBS personality Mr. Rogers an evil man. But they did give Donald Trump tens of millions of dollars in free airtime, so they get a pass. Or the always unbiased Breitbart News, who run headlines such as birth control makes women unattractive and crazy, and gay rights have made us dumber, so it's time to go back in the closet. Not to mention the slew of free press they've gained since Steve Bannon, their former editor-in-chief, joined the Trump campaign and administration. Seems like a fair trade to me, no?
No.
I don't know why I ask you anything. How about InfoWars, the crown jewel of news for everyone that knows the government is hiding squid monsters in Fort Knox? The conspiracy news network turned the media outlet for the Republican little brother, the alt-right, is headed by Alex Jones, the manliest man with the loudest voice. And you know you can trust anything he says because he screams it the loudest and has the reddest of faces when he does it. He's made millions so that you know he's smart. He is someone who tried to warn us about Hillary Clinton running a child sex ring out of a pizza parlor and that juice boxes are turning frogs and human children gay. But the mainstream media was too busy promoting the conspiracy that Barack Obama's inauguration crowd size was bigger than Donald J. Trump's. I assure you that Donald J. Trump's inauguration size was bigger. There were tens of trillions of people there. Full stop. So yes, in a nutshell, it's true journalism in its finest. Not like that fake news.
That was all garbage.
Is it garbage? So quick to judge, are we, Timothy? Isn't it just the world we live in now? As far as me and everybody else in the world is concerned, the news is what you make it. But a responsible and moral person would tell you to do your research. To don't trust the first thing that you hear. Maybe don't outright trust an obviously biased website like Breitbart or InfoWars on the right and Democracy Now! And the Young Turks on the left. The responsible person would tell you to use your brain and use a little deductive reasoning. But the concept of responsibility and morality are somewhat lost to me. As a billionaire, I don't have much real-world responsibility, and as far as morality is concerned, well, I'm about to go hunt pandas with Peter Thiel at a zoo, so that's pretty much your judgment call.
I still don't think you can do that even if you're a billionaire.
Oh, get off your high horse, or panda, I guess, whichever you prefer, and go do the panel. I'm going to be late for my private jet to San Diego.
I can't do the panel yet because Michael's not here, so you can go if you need to, but...
Oh, Michael's here.
No, he's not. I came into the studio through the lobby. Nobody was in there. Wait. Did you... Is he in the basement?
He's in the basement, yes, he's in the basement.
God damn it, dude!
Well, I'm off to San Diego. Going to hunt some pandas. Maybe I'll shoot a baby panda. La, da, 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 da.
Son of a bitch. Michael! Michael, you down there?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. How long have you been down there?
Probably about 2-3 hours.
Jesus Christ. Okay, can you call the San Diego zoo? There's a madman running there with a gun right now with another madman.
Yeah, surprisingly, I do have service down here, so I will.
Okay, good. All right. Oh, shit, I gotta hit pause.
It's America, the podcast.
This has been a production of Shui Media, all rights reserved. For more information, please visit shuimedia.com.